I can't believe I've never shown y'all this app. It's Luminar Neo, and it's AI that works for photographers. It makes your pictures more powerful with just a few clicks. It saves you hours of editing in Photoshop, and maybe more importantly, it saves you like years of having to learn Photoshop. I got a whole catalog, landscapes, wildlife, but let's start with photo restoration. I just drag an old picture here, click restore, give it a couple of minutes, and bam, that was totally automatic. I have all these old childhood photos that were like literally scanned in from 4x6 prints in one of those photo albums, and they have scratches and stuff. Neo will even automatically colorize black and white or sepia photos, all with a single click. Here's a 100 megapixel RAW file from my Hasselblad. Even though I was on a tripod, the pier was probably shaking a little bit. Super sharp, high. It's gonna do some analysis. This is before, this is after. Before, after. It fixed the camera shake on a 100 megapixel image, saving an image. Water enhancer. Check this out. I just drag this slider to the right, and now my water, instead of being East River green, has a more natural, pleasant color to it. No masking. It automatically detected the water and gave me control over the color. I could bring the green back in if I wanted to, bring the original color back in. With just a couple of clicks, I was able to fix this. Let's try Enhance AI. With this, I can just drag the sliders to the right, and everything gets a little more interesting. I don't know exactly what it's doing. It just kind of works magically. And of course, you have control over everything. Now imagine you're a landscape photographer and you travel around the world and you just get bad skies. That's what happens like most of the time, right? This gives you the ability to replace the skies. It's not my personal style, but it's really nice to have the option here. I can click this and then drop in another sky. We can also change the time of day. We can make this a sunset shot. Now watch the water as I change the skies. The light reflecting off the water is changing to match the different skies that I drop in. The before and after here is dramatic, but it can get more dramatic if we want. Check out Twilight Enhance. Here I can just add twilight colors. So if you have to do a midday shoot, but you don't want it to be a midday shoot, you can change that, and you can pick from a couple of different color palettes, because we landscape photographers know that no sunset is ever quite the same. So feel free to pick the color you want and get it dialed in to exactly what you want. You want even more drama? Let's put some sun rays in there. Here I can put the sun wherever I want, but check out how it deals with the buildings. Like you can see it's bending the light around the buildings, creating realistic God rays. I think I'll have it peeking out just behind the building. I can change the length of the rays to make it a little more subtle or a little more distinct. Check out the before and after. And I did this without studying Photoshop, without any monthly fees, in just a few clicks. Let's look at a portrait. Neo has incredible presets that completely change the look of your photo with just a couple of clicks. This is adding light leaks, it's adding color and toning and texture. I think these really support this style of photo, but I don't have to pick those. There's a lot that are just easy and straightforward, giving it a warm or contrasty or flat look. You can even add your own LUTs in there. You can copy the color from another image. I love the filmatic looks that make it cinematic. I think Cozy Den here is my favorite. I can dial it up or down so I don't overdo it. And here you can see the before and after, but I want to add something to this photo. Let's add a little bit of fog. There's the atmosphere tool here, which detects the foreground subject and just adds fog in the background. And you have a few options. It can be fog, it can be layered fog, which is heavier at the bottom. It could be mist, but I like the original fog look. Check out the studio lighting tool that adjusts the lighting on it. What's really cool is when you use the light customization here. Now I can add stripes, like she was lit through blinds, and it looks really realistic. You can see it's following the shape of her knee there. If you've been admiring people's portraits that have that kind of like glow to it, check out Mystical, which adds a nice little glow to it, or Glow, which can do soft focus, or just a glow, a couple of different settings here. The matte slider gives you a flat look. The mood tool here lets you browse a bunch of different LUTs. These are basically additional presets. You can also add your own LUTs if you want to steal a cinematic look from somebody. When I'm happy with the photo, I of course need to export it just like you do with other tools. But here's my favorite part. I can export it directly to AirDrop or to Messages instead of doing the thing you have to do in Lightroom where you export it to a JPEG and then find the JPEG and then share that. It just saves me a step. Here's another 100 megapixel file. Very challenging edit because I was shooting it early in the morning in New York City, and the lights are so bright that the dynamic range is ridiculous. There's a car hiding in here, but you can't really see it. First, I'll click auto adjust. This gets me most of the way there. And now I just need to add some more shadow boosting. The smart contrast is really helpful, even more exposure. when I zoom in, my 100 megapixel file isn't looking great. Like, look at how much noise is on my car there. It's all speckly. The noiseless tool fixes this with just a couple of clicks. I'll click high. It does some magical AI processing. Before, after, before, after. This is a 100 megapixel file and it's very sharp. But you can see zoomed in this tight at 400%. Some of the details are a little bit blurry. I'm going to try this super sharp again. Before, after, before, after. Like, look at the logo here, how it's blurry without it and then nice and crisp before. This is so much smarter than regular sharpening. It still looks realistic. There's more I could do. Let's try out the Enhance tool. I'll just crank this up. That adds a lot of pop to it. Let's go down to Magic Light and add a little bit of that. And you can see what this is doing is actually adding little starbursts on all the main light points. Check out the before and after. That's dramatic. Let's look at a different picture. Here's a portrait of Elvis Cameo. Let's go ahead and use the Generative Erase to clean up some of these distractions here. I don't like these people that were walking through the frame. How dare they when I'm trying to take over a public path for my photo shoot. Okay, so let's just get rid of them. Bam, they're gone. Click save. I have some background blur in the picture, but what if I want more subject separation? If I don't have a fast lens, if you're just using a kit lens, but you want that pro prime look, you can do that in post with the portrait bokeh tool. Crank this up. What it's going to do is automatically select the subject and then blur the background intelligently. So you can see before, after. You can see it's intelligently masked the subject, but it's not perfect. Like, it made this part of the walkway part of his leg. I'll click defocus and then mask that back out. Hair is notoriously hard to select either manually or automatically, so I'm just going to help it out a little bit by telling it that some of these parts should be blurred. And there we go, a perfect selection that allows me to blur the background as much or as little as I want. If you're a portrait photographer, you know, a lot of people wish their body was shaped a little bit differently. Some people want to be thinner, some people want to be a little bit bigger. This can do it pretty easily. Like, let's pretend that Elvis here had been bulking and hitting the gym some. Just drag the shape slider to the left and you can see he's a little bit bigger. Or if I want to make him thinner, I can drag it to the right and now he's a little bit thinner. You don't have to use that tool, but if a client makes a request, it's really nice that it's there. You can get Luminar Neo as a standalone tool, so you don't need anything else. Or it can be a plugin for like Lightroom so that you can do a round trip if you want to continue with your existing workflow and just use the specialized tools that are here that tools like Lightroom don't have. You can get it as a perpetual license. You don't have to pay monthly. And if you get the perpetual license, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee and you get a year of free updates. When you're ready to check it out, use my link here to let them know that you heard about it through me and to help support us, and use my coupon code to save yourself a few bucks.